Let me give a word to Elena Michelson. So a great colleague of mine, and I already asked to everyone if someone joined our Festival of Systems. It seemed that not, so no one knows who you are. So I will give a word to you to introduce yourself.
Hello, honorable ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my name is Elena, and today I will try to manage your ideas. I will try to show the magic behind the creativity, so that you have so many crazy and great ideas that you cannot imagine that even now. So our agenda of the day, you can see, is pretty large one for 2 hours. At the beginning, we will warm up. I will just explain the rules, how we will play this game for 2 hours. And then a different kind of methods, how to create ideas. Later, you can also use these methods, not only for this event, but in any other cases. And in the end, we will try to evaluate these ideas, so you can select the best one for further implementation. And what is this fitness of ideas and who I am? So I'm Elena Michelson, and this is my universe where I'm living in. And it's as you understand, a galaxy of ideas. Everything is related and connected with ID management. I hold the PhD, and about what was my doctoral thesis, of course, about ID management systems. And now I continue everything in postdoctoral studies, and I have wonderful opportunity to work with 7 scientists from the best universities from Europe, from Cambridge, from Belgium, some universities. So I am just luckiest scientist in Latvia, at least in Latvia, not even in the whole world, maybe. So, and what else? Yes, I work with wonderful Santa in Riga Technical University Design Factory. For example, we have the City 2030 project, that is Horizon project, where we try to create more sustainable food systems. I hope that we will succeed somehow. And we are responsible about impact assessment methodology. So pretty important stuff. To understand in the end how we succeeded or not. I'm also a lecturer in several universities. I go to the enterprises with these methods, what we will use today. So that's a little bit about myself. So I will stop here, but it was just introductions so you can understand whenever you need some kind of help with ideas about some kind of systems methods, how you can boost your creativity, just write me directly. There's my private email address. So write me and I will be happy to help you. So that was the first gift, my private information. And what is this fitness of ideas and why I call it like that? Because during the session, there will be different kind of crazy activities in between, because we have created ID Fitness in 2016. And in that year, we even get European recognition as one of the best enterprise promotion activities in Europe. And we started to think why we are so good. And we discovered that we use well-established methodology that is written in a lot of books about innovations, how to create innovators of the future. And there are 3 main things. We need to provide knowledge, but in the same time, also motivation to use that knowledge and boost creative thinking skills. And when all these things, 3 things comes together, the innovation magic happens. And that is the thing, what I will try to do today. I will try to give you knowledge about different kind of methods. Instantly, we will use these methods. And in between, I will just try to introduce with some kind of creativity tricks, how you can get more and even better ideas. So that is just explanation why we will do some kind of crazy stuff in between of the methods. Some rules. So yes, the first rule that I will demonstrate some kind of innovation examples, but of course they will be not connected with the things that you are dealing with. Why? Because we would like you to be innovators, not imitators, because our brains are so smart. If I will show you the best solutions in your cases, your brains will try to just improve them, so you will imitate them. But when I will show you absolutely other field innovations, your brains will start to think how I can steal that idea and implement in my context. And that is one of the methods how we can create innovations. I will show you after a few seconds how legally we can transfer our ideas from other sectors, from other problems. So that is just explanation why we will learn how to reinvent the bike and how we can create better, some kind of eco innovations in the end. What else? You write down all the questions that you have, and then you can give me all these questions before you are going to the breakout rooms. You can give me the questions after the session. You can write me all the questions what you have. So that is about the question part. And the main rule of the day: no devil's advocate, still ID evaluation part. Then there comes the biggest secret of all in ID management. Just one rule that you can remember, and your innovation level and capacity will increase. So the secret is, while you are generating ideas, you cannot be devil's advocates. It means you should not evaluate ideas, start to figure out, are they realistic, are they innovative or not, nothing like that. You just generate ideas, a lot of ideas, crazy ideas, good ideas, stupid ideas, a lot of ideas. The main rule at the beginning, you need to be wild, and you need to create the quantity of ideas. And if you do not believe, I can send you my 720 pages dissertation, 5 years of my life, where I have proved that if you generate more ideas at the beginning, in the end, the quality of ideas is higher. So be crazy, write all ideas what you have, because these crazy, unrealistic ideas for some of you could be like stimuli ideas for the best idea ever. So be creative, be crazy, write everything what comes in your mind. Don't evaluate. In the end, after a lot of different kind of methods, you can start evaluate it, and then you will have something to evaluate. Otherwise, in the end, there could be a situation that you don't have anything to evaluate. So be crazy, don't evaluate while you are generating ideas. That is a rule number 1 of the day. Don't evaluate while generating ideas. And now I need to test you all. I need to know your readiness, your level for ID fitness. I hope that you have these some kind of paper sheets and pencils, pens, markers, or something like that. Are you ready? I just want to look at you. How you look? You look very nice. I know, yes, you are ready. Amazing. So the test will be pretty simple and short one. It will be 10 seconds, and results. So are you ready? 3, 2, 1. The first task, you need to draw these drawings, this straight line and the wavy line. You have 10 seconds to copy paste it on your paper sheet. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. First part is done. Let's go to the second part. Are you ready? It will be also 10 seconds. And the task is continue. How? I don't know. Just continue. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Results are here. We will figure out your strength in ID management. Let's see. If you have continued this drawing with this wavy line, it means that you are amazing in ID evaluation, in ID implementation. So the second part of ID management, when we have a lot of IDs, you can show which of these IDs are the most promising ones. You have this super skill. If you continue the drawing, not with the line symbol, but something else like a stars, lions, ducks, or something like that, it could show that you are these crazy, wild-minded persons that could create a lot of ideas. So maybe your strength is at the beginning to make this a lot of quantity of ideas. And there are these tricksters that use this line symbol, but somehow differently. Maybe they copy paste it upside or downside. They continue sometimes all around the page, this wavy line. They continue it like these heartbeats or the wavy line, but with the ship or rising sun or something like that. So they are combining the symbols and do not continue just directly further this wavy line. And we can say that sometimes with additional tests, we can discover that these persons are with very strong moderator skills. So they could moderate innovation projects. They could just create the best group that could generate a lot of ideas, find the best persons for evaluation, and manage all these processes. Of course, it is not the best and test in the world, but it just showed the nowadays mindset that everybody has their special skills in innovation process, because we need all the persons those that at the beginning generate a lot of ideas. We need also those evaluators that could evaluate the best ideas and implement them, and overall these managers of innovation. So congratulations, you are all ready for ID management and ID fitness. So if you have some kind of questions about your lines, I suppose you can send me later the pictures and I could comment them through the email, because I know that is a very sensitive process. So later after the session, you can contact me and I could give you some kind of extra explanation if you want. Okay, let's jump further. We know we all are ready and we need to start use our super skills. And the first one will be a pretty simple method. It's called random inspiration IDs. And there are a lot of different kind of inspiration, random inspirations. In the end, I will show you a lot of more of them. But at the beginning, we will start with other ideas with as inspiration, because it's very tricky. Other ideas are very good inspiration, but with one very important notice. You cannot look at ideas from your sector, from your problem. So you do not. You should not look at existing solutions at the beginning. Maybe if you want to create innovations later, yes, you need to track down if something like that is have never implemented in the world. But at the beginning, I would like to suggest just create ideas based on other sector good examples. For example, how it works, I call this method transfer of ideas or legal stealing of ideas. For example, I have the City 2030 project where I'm expert. We need to create these more sustainable food systems and food. And so we need more sustainable food systems. So what kind of inspiration ideas we can use? Absolutely not connected with food systems. For example, Hugo Bears. These are like toys created here in Latvia. And we can record different kind of messages in these birds. Like this bird could talk like your grandfather, grandmother, or something like that. And then we look at this innovation and we try to think how we can steal this idea and transfer to more sustainable food systems and food. So if you have some kind of ideas how to steal this idea and transfer to the food systems, just write in the chat so I can later steal this idea and bring to the Horizon project. But my idea first, what comes in mind that, for example, we can make the food packing that talks like these birds with some kind of augmented reality solution. So we don't need a large some kind of documentation about the project, this product, but maybe it could be some kind of augmented reality added information about these foods. What else? You will later also use these ideas and you will try to transfer to your problems. So just hear about these, innovation. So the second innovation that we will try to steal is live paint color that could be visible only in the dark. It's like a reflector that we can spray on different kind of objects. So anything could become reflector. And how we can steal this idea and bring to the food system, better food systems, more sustainable food safety or something like that. So, for example, we can transfer this idea as food packing that indicates the sustainability with the color schemes, or these specific colors could be like the thing that helps us to track the food security or something like that. What else we have here? Oh, and the third one is my favorite one. Imagine you have such kind of food packing and you need to cook the food. You put here the vegetables and fish and you are going to your washing machine. You put the food in these bags, close them, put them in washing machine. You can put there also your dirty clothes. And then after 1 hour and, for example, 45 minutes, you have clean clothes and fresh cooked meal. No, it doesn't seem right. Of course, you are not like a target audience for that. The real target audience in US are these homeless persons that could not get the food, fresh cooked and hot meal for several days. And one student have started to solve this problem, and he figured out that these homeless persons spend a lot of time in these 24/7 laundry houses. And then he started to work with this idea, and he created such kind of packing. Yes, I see, Javier, you have some kind of additional information, please.
Yeah, thank you, Alina. I just want to say, yesterday, well, some days ago, I was thinking, and also in Spain, there is a trouble in the supermarket that there are people that doesn't know which is the bin of each product. So maybe a good idea is in each package, you have a bin with a color, for example, blue for carton or yellow for plastic. It will be very easy and I think very useful.
Amazing, amazing. We are on the same idea flow, I suppose. You have created even some kind of new ideas here, and that's amazing. Yes, so the food packing could provide some kind of extra information, or this packing could have some kind of extra functions in the end, not only the function to pack it or to make food more safe. So amazing. We can see how we can steal ideas and transfer, for example, to more sustainable food systems. But can we use these examples for your projects, for your problem? That is a thing we will try for 10 minutes. We will go to the Miro system. I hope that you had this. Santa, did you share the link to the Miro system?
It will be now. Laszlo, is it on Linktree already?
So you will open.
Yeah, I will copy Miro here in the chat.
So I will just explain what you will do here. So each team will have their frame. So those in the breakout room number 1 will work on the frame 1, breakout room number 2 in the frame 2, and the third room in the third frame. You have these problems that you have selected for your project, and now the first task for 10 minutes, you will try to transfer these examples and you will try to steal something from them and create a solution for your cases. For example, Sandra, what kind of problems they are solving?
Their Baltic Sea ecosystem and also energy transition group working on ideas. And
so it's pretty simple. For example, these Baltic Sea problems, and then you look at these Hugo bears and you think, what kind of solution we can create inspiring from Hugo bears, from talking, recording, audio bears? Can we create something or not? And at least create 2 solutions based on each ID. So I have copy past previous examples, so you can create at least 6 IDs in 10 minutes. So don't worry, IDs should not be very detailed. They could be pretty wild. Anything what comes in your mind when you are looking at these examples, you can write anything. So you will have 10 minutes to do that before you are going to the breakout rooms. Maybe there are some kind of questions. 3, 2, 1. At the moment, no questions. We will open the breakout rooms, but in any moment you have some kind of question, doubts, call me to your room. I will come and help you. Okay, so after 10 minutes, let's come back and see how many IDs you have created. These 6 IDs is just the minimum. You can copy past a lot of post-it notes here because quantity will bring quality in the end. Okay, let's open the breakout rooms for 10 minutes. Okay, please help us.
Rooms are open.
Okay, please join the rooms.
Cool. Alina, I love your energy. It's so good. And especially after lunch when they're all already kind of a little bit slow. Awesome.
Oh, thank you very much. So nice compliment.
I second that, actually.
Sorry?
I second that.
Yeah. And I think as well, before lunch, a lot of them were feeling overwhelmed is too strong, but they were like really aware of all the different things that need to happen to create systems change. And this is a much lighter energy, more playful energy. So it's perfect.
My colleagues call it edutainment. They are saying that it's not only education, but it's also entertainment, some kind of element. But I suppose with the joy and positivity, we can learn a lot of things. And even in my, I'm just without the words. So your ideas and how many ideas you have there, that's unbelievable. Because in 10 minutes, if it is the first time when you are using this method and you can create one idea per example, that is very good level. But if you can create 2 ideas, for example, in 10 minutes, that is outstanding result. And if you can create more than 2 per idea, then that is unbelievable. And I cannot explain how you did it. And each team, I will ask you just say what is the problem that your team is dealing with, and the most craziest idea from all of them. So just one idea. So we are here and we are seeing the first team, the first frame, the first team. What is your problem that you are solving, and the most craziest idea from this method? So please, team number 1. Somebody? Please share ID.
So we are trying to solve eutrophication in the Baltic Sea, and I think the most crazy idea we had was based on the second one with the paint colors, was to genetically modify algae cultures in the Baltic Sea in order to build in a fluorescent gene. So when there's eutrophication, then the algae will grow, and then the sea will light up, and you will see what's the problem.
Amazing, crazy idea. Let's go further. Just applause for this team. That is amazing. Let's go to your colleagues. So second team, what is the problem you are dealing with and the most craziest idea? The second team.
Well, here we're going to talk about the energy transition in a village in Spain. So we have like 3 kind of ideas, but from my point of view, maybe the better one could be the third one, that is like related with the showered meals that goes into the washing machine. We have been thinking about a spot where there is, like, for example, solar panels or maybe a wine mill, and it will be a center spot to the people go there, for example, for travelers, and they have free access to energy for small devices like microphones, so they can create community talking about the environment, and also if they don't have access to energy, they can have it there.
Oh, I really like that you have even thought about some kind of details. It's just not ID, but it's something more detailed even. So all the compliments for your team. Let's go to the third team. Third team. And this is just outstanding. So about quantity, you get the 100%, all the Olympic medals for ID transfer. So the best idea, out of these 11 IDs, what you have. The third team.
Perhaps the research flows of trash with watercolor markers, so we can figure out where the trash is coming from within ecosystems, and then be able to track that and bring it back to the source, so we can eliminate that main source of pollution.
Very smart move, very smart solution. So thank you very much, team. As we can see, really the quantity gets to the quality of ideas. So thank you very much, all 3 teams. I hope that you understand also how to use this method in other cases. As you understand, no limitations for this method. You should create a birthday party. You can use this method to create a birthday party. You need some kind of climate problem. You can use this method. You should create some kind of some kind of new technology. This method comes in the way. So just use this method, but smartly. Do not steal ideas from your sector. Use absolutely not connected ideas. That is allowed. In other ways, no. Okay, before we are going back to the presentation, you have time to ask me some kind of questions if you have about this method. So 3, 2, 1. So all the questions will come in my email then. Okay, let's go to the next method. The next method will be the method called pains and gains method. So why I have introduced this method in this presentation, because sometimes people say that there is a problem and based on the problem, we will create the solution. But that is, of course, very good approach. But when we are dealing with the problem, but in the same situation, we understand what is a good, but like good solutions existing, and we improve existing solutions. We are solving some kind of problem and then merging these solutions. You can understand that we can create something really amazing. So pains and gains method is about that we are improving the existing good solutions by adding and dealing with some kind of existing problems. And maybe I will not explain this theory, I will show how it works. And this example, of course, is not related with climate changes or something like that, or sustainability. It is connected with lollipops. So you don't have any kind of imitation possibilities later for your cases. So how works this method? For example, you have some kind of problem. In your cases, there was this pollution of the sea and energy consumption and something like that. And in this case, the problem is that the company need to improve the lollipops. Okay, so in gain part, we need to write 3 good solutions or 3 good functionalities of existing solutions. And what they have explored, that the lollipops have very long shelf time, they have many tastes, and helps to reduce appetite before meal time. So those are the 3 good things. But in other cases, you write there 3 good solutions or 3 good functionalities that existing solutions provides. So the next thing, we are going to the pains. The pains are below that, and we are trying to find 3 existing problems in the field that existing solutions do not deal with. And for example, the lollipop problems, that people cannot eat these candies till the end, they are just bored by them. There's a lot of sugar and they are very harmful for teeth. For example, those could be the 3 problems for lollipops. What happens next when you have identified 3 good stuff, 3 bad stuff? You are increasing the good solution. For example, if the lollipops have very many tastes, let's put a lot of taste in one candy. Or if these candies help to reduce appetite before the mealtime, okay, let's put something else in these candies so the mealtime could go even further, or the candy becomes the mealtime or something like that. Okay, so we create these gains, like level up solutions. What happens with the problems? We do not try to make level up problems, of course, we try to solve them. And for example, there's a lot of sugar, okay, no problem. We can put some kind of other sweet in that. It is harmful for teeth, okay, let's put some kind of cleaning function in the candy or something like that. So what happens here? First of all, we find for the problem 3 good solutions, 3 good functionalities from existing solutions as a gains. In the pains, we are writing down 3 existing problems. Then we increase the good stuff, decrease the bad stuff, creating some kind of solutions. And in the end, there could be situation that we can put all these 6 post-it notes in one solution, that is a candy with some kind of improved nutritious value with many taste layers without the sugar, and everything goes in one concept. But maybe you can split these post-it notes into 2 separate ideas. So the last step is a like combination of those gain creators and pain relievers. You are just combining all those small ideas in bigger concept ideas. So that is, it could seem difficult, but it's so easy. And this is a way how you can create the products and solutions that could stick with your target audience. So you can just catch the best out of everything. So first of all, gains, 3 good things, then 3 problems. Then this good stuff should be improved, the bad stuff solved. And then solutions combined in some kind of very strong combinations of ideas. As you understand, you will try to do it with your problems. You will go again to Miro page. Let's go there and let's see how to do that. And there is also a description like step by step. So first of all, you will write 3 good solutions, then 3 problems. Then you will improve the good solutions. Then you will create problem solutions. And in the end, you can just copy paste these gain, creator, and pain reliever IDs in one good concept. Maybe all 6 post-it notes will go in one concept. Maybe you will create 2 big post-it notes with 2 big concepts in the end. Okay, it is one of the most complex ID management methods. So sorry that I'm giving that for you, but I understand that Santa works only with the best students always, and I always just choose the best methods for Santa's some kind of workshop. So I hope that you will succeed. But if you succeeded with the first method so quickly and with so great results, I cannot wait the results from this method. So if there are any kind of questions, you can ask me now, and you can ask me to join your breakout rooms. Maybe we will give you only 20 minutes for this one, okay? Can we do that? Only 20 minutes. So, okay, 20 minutes. So don't waste the time with these good solutions problem. Just write there the first things what's come in mind. Just spend more time on the IDs in the second step. Okay? Are there any kind of questions before you are going to try to use this method? 3, 2, 1. No questions at the moment. You can go to the breakout rooms. Proud here in the main room. We are like ID stalkers here, and we saw so many amazing moves in the mirror system. And the quantity of IDs, what you have created, I am very, very proud about you. You are like experts in ID management. Honestly, if you use this method for the first time, I just don't believe that you can reach such kind of results. And of course, I would like just to ask, what is the end ID of your team? Just brief in one sentence. I will expect it from each of the teams. We will start from the team number 3 from this, I suppose it was nature team. Nature team, please, what is your end ID here? Team number 3. Yeah,
we were thinking some type of policy package that provides funding, well, to support groups, self-organized cleaning groups, but also to support the restoring of dams and dikes that are outdated or generally like river-related infrastructures, research projects, and so on. But also within the same policy package to like penalize like pollution of river. And also have simple initiatives like make trash cans more available, because a lot of the trash ends up in the rivers through wind because people don't necessarily have access to trash cans in cities, etc.
Excellent. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It seems that you have this major ID and this some kind of smaller initiative IDs below that. Excellent, you have the plan, I suppose. I will join your plan if you implement that one. Okay, the second team, we are going to your board. So, some kind of visualizations. I like that. So, what is your end ID second team or energy team? Energy team, second team.
Right. So our last, the project ended up, the solution ended up being a self-sustainable energy community where you can produce your energy from inside the community. And one of the biggest problems is how expensive this is. So our idea to solve that with using the concept of urban mining and using the existing infrastructure for the greenhouse emit, not for that, for the fossil fuels. So we recycle this infrastructure and transform it in some renewable energy production for local communities. And this is also good because it's a local project, which is one of the benefits, one of the gains of renewables, is that you don't have to scale it up for it to work.
So ready, steady project to go here also. So thank you very much, energy team. And let's go to the C team. I have my nicknames for each of the teams: C team, energy team, and nature team. So C team, what is your end result here?
Yeah, I can say a little bit about this. We really let our creative flow take over. As you can see, we have some dark tourism, for example. But I think in the end, we talked the most about this Pokemon Go idea. And we really want to retrieve the nutrients, but also increase the social awareness. And this combines perfectly in such a game such as Pokemon Go, or maybe even a real life game when we have this fluorescent nutrients. So we could combine the two in this idea.
Just excellent. All the teams, the biggest compliments from everybody here and outside. I suppose you have showed excellent results with this method. Only 20 minutes. Oh, you have some kind of special power here, or you have some kind of extra training, or you all are innovators with a great experience, more than 100 years. I suppose that those are only explanations what I have with such kind of results here. So thank you very much, team. But I understand that also in other cases, you see the potential how to use it. Anything, again, the birthday party, everything, all the good stuff from previous birthday parties gains. Everything bad from previous birthday parties, pains, and then increase the good stuff, decrease the bad stuff, boom, combine the best solutions. And it works for any kind of problems, any kind of situations. Okay, are there any kind of questions about this method? 3 seconds to ask. 3, 2, 1. No, then you can ask me them later, writing to my private email. And there is our break, or as I said, there will be some kind of points when we will relax a little bit. But in my family, there is a saying relaxation is just a change of work type. So we will change the way we are working, and we will have this physical stimulation, because as I said at the beginning, we will train our thinking, we will relax our thinking, and this is the relaxed part of the thinking. We will use finger yoga. You can use it in the situations when you have very long ideation sessions or any kind of sessions or meetings, and you'll see that everybody are flowing away. They do not concentrate anymore. They cannot express their opinion. They are just bored. So then you can use finger yoga. So how to do it? Let's do it together, and later you can practice it alone. So first warm up, just make the fire with hands like that. Yes, it seems amazing. Yeah. Then massage for one hand. Then massage for other hand. And then shake it off. And then comes the real exercises. The first exercise is open arm. Let's open arms. Open arm. And closed arms. Open arms. Closed arms. Open. Closed. Open. Closed. Open and closed. Next one is angry hand and weak hand. This is angry hand. Yes, angry hand. Weak hand. Angry hand. Weak hand. Angry hand. Weak hand. And angry hand and weak hand. Amazing applause for yourselves that you have done such kind of crazy thing here. And I suppose you noticed that there was some kind of voice in your head. What we are doing here? Why? And that is amazing, because you are here and you are thinking about this moment and not about something else what you need to do in the evening. And that is exactly what we need. Okay, that is just a trick for creativity that you can use also later in your sessions, in your workplaces. And the next method, the last idea generation method, is Scamper method. So Scamper method is excellent method. It's very logical method, I would like to say. I see that this method is preferred by the students that like very systematical, logical thinking. But in the same time, they need to create something. They need creative thinking. And then this method is excellent. And I call this method also how to reinvent the things. So we can use it in two kind of situations. So when we have some kind of solution, but we understand we need to improve that, something is missing. Or in other case, we are at the beginning of solution creation, but there's no creativity. That day there is just New is somewhere else. Ideas don't come. And then from very traditional solution, you can make the miracles. And I will just not tell about the theory. Again, I will show how it works. You will try it and you will understand that. So, and there is one thing, what we cannot reinvent. What kind of saying we have, what we cannot reinvent? Can you say me the answer? What we cannot reinvent. There's one thing, one saying. You can write in the chat, you can say it loudly, what it is, what we cannot reinvent. We can reinvent everything. That is the correct answer, of course, that we can reinvent everything, but there is a saying that we cannot reinvent the bike and the wheel. So, and I can say like in the TV ad that we can reinvent also the bicycle and the wheel, and I will show how to do it with a scamper. The scamper method, with that you choose one solution what you have, or the very traditional solution, and then you go to through these 7 kind of modifications and you try to improve that. For example, we have bicycle, we need to improve bicycle. So the first modification is substitute. So we need to substitute something from materials, functions, or something. So, and for example, we have bicycle, there is metal frame, and we can substitute the metal frame with a glass frame. And we have the new glass bicycle. And who have invented the glass bicycle? Of course, Latvians have implemented such kind of bicycle, and we had get a lot of design awards and something like that. Yes, glass mousse is name for that bicycle. The next one is bicycle and combine. So by combining existing things, you can also create something new. And so you have bicycle and you look around and you combine with anything, your flower, poster, some kind of light bulb, you just connect it and combine and see what happens. And but I have a bike and it's so far near me. And what happens when we combine both of these things happens sofa bike. So in UK, they have implemented such kind of a bicycle ID, like a coach bicycle, sofa bike. You do not need to go to the shop. You can ride in your sofa to the shop. The next one, adapt. Adapt means that we try to make something transforming in that thing that you have chosen in the solution. For example, the bicycle is a little bit static one, but maybe we can adapt something and we can make the bike that grows with a kid. So in Latvia, we have created such kind of bike. It's called speed up bike. We can use this bike for children from 3 years to 11 years in such kind of age range. Mostly we need 3 bikes, not 1, but speed up bike provides opportunity for only 1 bike in that time period for the kid. The next one, modify. Modify means we just make something bigger, something smaller. Yes, that is pretty simple one. So we look at the bike and we think, okay, what we can make bigger and what we can make smaller, and we play with these elements again. And we can make a really, really small bike, like hand bike, wish hand bikes. Again, it's something very weird in the end. And the next one, put to another use. Mostly we use bicycle as a like riding tool on the ground, but maybe we can use it in some kind of other way. Okay, if we ride, we can ride on the water, for example. It's water bike. We can use a bike like a pencil, maybe like a drawing tool. We can use a bicycle like a massage tool. I don't know. We can use it for anything. So eliminate. Sometimes we don't need to add something to create something new. We just need to eliminate something, delete something from the system, and you create something new. And from the bike, for physical projects, it's easy. You look at this physical object and you just take away some kind of things, elements. And if we take away the seat from the bike, we get a bionic runner. That is again something different. On the bike, it's like some kind of physical gym equipment or something like that in the end. And the last one is my favorite one. It's called reverse. We reverse everything, materials, reverse all the IDs, reverse processes, reverse everything, and you play with that. That is the most creative one, but the most difficult modification here. But I suppose you will be all capable to reverse everything in your IDs. And with bike, So the basic idea about bike that the rider is sitting on the frame, We reverse this idea that rider is under the frame or in the frame. Is there such kind of thing? And I asked that for Mother Google. Is there such kind of bicycle where the rider is under or in the frame? And Mother Google said, of course, Eileen, there is such kind of thing, and we call it Flitz bike. You see that there is this yellow bike and the rider is under the bike frame, or we can say in the frame. And of course, it's not like standard bike for riding, for pleasure time, but it is for rehabilitation processes. As you can see, just playing with this substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, and reverse, we can reinvent the bike. But with this method, you can also improve your solutions, or you can take a traditional solution and play with that. I would like to suggest, I will give you also 20 minutes to work with this method in Miro. We will go again to the Miro, we will show you how it works here. Yes, there will be 20 minutes. In the subject place, you will write, for example, there are two options. You need to discuss them in the team. The first option, just copy paste the last ID from pains and gains, the first option. The second option, you just choose the most traditional solution for your problem. For example, if there is like, for example, energy consumption, there could be like a project for solar panels on some kind of houses or something like that. So most traditional solution or your previous solution in the middle, that is the first step what you decide in the team. And then just go through all the elements and try somehow to modify your ID. It should not be like one concept in the end. Each of these Post-it notes could be like separate concepts of IDs. They do not need to make one combination in the end. They could be like separate IDs. And I have put it also the slide about bike. If you have some kind of problems to decide what it was, you can look there. And there's also additional thing what I have noticed. Sometimes there is this problem where we should put this ID. No, it's modification. No, it's adaptation. Don't worry, where this ID comes from, you write that. It doesn't matter where it stands. Just write as many IDs as you can here. These are just 7 magnets that try to extract the creativity out of you. It doesn't matter in which part this ID comes out. Just write it down whenever it comes out of you. And you will have 20 minutes to work with this. But as I said, the first step in the subject place, copy paste the previous ID from pains and gains. Or you can just choose the most traditional solution in your problem field. Are there any kind of questions before these 20 minutes? It's last ID generation exercise. Don't worry, it's last time when I tried to get IDs out of you. Later you can evaluate and you can be these devil advocates. And yeah, now it's just the last step to create something. Are there any kind of questions? 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's open the rooms for 20 minutes.
Okay, cool. And we were speaking with Alina when you were out in your last activity. We're actually going to take the countdown off, so it corresponds exactly with the amount of time. So when you see it ticking down, that's the exact amount of time you have, and then we'll just close that and you'll be back here. All right, rooms are opening for 20.
So I see that we are all back here. And what are the results with the Scamper method? Again, outstanding results. I don't know why, but you are amazing in all methods what we have used today. You are like creative geniuses here. I would like to say honestly, because I have used these methods in innovative companies that work with innovative methods, and they do not have so many ideas as you have today. So you can be very proud about yourselves. And at the moment, I see that you have a lot of ideas also with this method, but I will not ask you to share your ideas. We will not waste the time with that. If you are intrigued what kind of ideas others have created here, later you can go to this Miro link and you can just go and read other team ideas. But why we will not waste the time? Because we need to select the idea that you will work with further. So that's very, very important. And let's go, and I will explain how we will do that. So you have generated IDs with ID transfer method, pains and gains method, and the scamper method. Now you will start ID evaluation methods. And I have chosen two of my favorite ones. It is now wow and how method and the dot voting. That's well-known method, I suppose. And what you will do here, now you can start to evaluate IDs, and each team member will go and find on their table 3 favorite IDs what they have, and put in the now, how, and wow board in the right place where are you thinking this ID belongs. So each team member 3 IDs copy paste to this board, and where you put them. So how works this now, how, and wow method? So maybe you have experience during the sessions with this method. I see. Should I explain it? Yeah, okay. So here to evaluate these IDs, you have 2 criteria. Difficulty, so how difficult is to implement this ID. And the second criteria is innovation, how unique is this ID. So 2 criteria, closer to the name, difficulty or innovation, the higher level of that. For example, how IDs are very difficult and very innovative IDs. So how to implement these amazing IDs? So those IDs that are difficult to implement but very innovative goes in the how field. Then there are IDs that are very innovative but not very difficult. So those are wow IDs. Wow, how nobody else have imagined such kind of amazing ID that is very innovative and very easy to implement. So those are the wow IDs. Then there are now IDs. Now IDs are, as you can see, they are maybe a little bit traditional. They are not very innovative IDs, but they are also not very difficult. So now, if we want, we can implement them now. It's not very difficult, but it's not also very innovative. And there's a black hole. Why that hole don't have any kind of name? Because those are IDs that are very difficult and very traditional. So those IDs with a low value that will not create a lot of impact. So we don't need such kind of IDs. So if such kind of IDs you have that are very difficult and with low value, with no uniqueness, just put them and leave and forget about them. Work more with how and wow IDs. That is my suggestion for you, because that is the innovation side, what I really, really love. So first part, all team members will go and copy paste 3 best IDs from all IDs what you have generated here today to this board. And if you will see that somebody else have copy paste that ID, then you just merge those 2 post-it notes. And after that, you will just use dot voting. As you can see, as always, you will write your name to choose the one color of the dots that you can use, and later you will split all the dots to those IDs that you really, really like on the know, how, and wow board. And you can just use all the dots, or and on the one ID you can split all the dots to several separate IDs. You can share all your dots, or you can leave some kind of dots there. So for that, you will have 3 minutes. So first and second step is individual steps. So copy paste individually 3 best IDs, then evaluate all the IDs what others and you have put on the board. So all the IDs what everybody have put it there. And in the last 3 minutes, you will discuss in the team. So which of these IDs, you will select the best ID out of them. And mostly those IDs will be in how and wow field with the highest number of dots around that ID. So, and you will copy paste the best ID on this task 3 post-it note. So after, I suppose after 10 minutes, you need to come back here with 1 selected ID. I hope the process is clear. I have described it also here again. 3 minutes to copy paste 3 best IDs individually. Each participant individually evaluate all the IDs what you and your partners have put it here on the board. And in last 3 minutes, just discuss in the team 1 best ID that you will take to the further development. So is it clear? 3?
Actually, I have a question, Elina.
Please.
Are you wanting everyone to put one idea in each of the quadrants, or could somebody put 3 ideas in the how?
No. Participants just choose 3 best ideas from all ideas that they have previously created, and then they decide in which quadrant each of these ideas are going.
Okay.
So
Okay,
maybe
great.
all the ideas will be in how, maybe there will be 1 in how, 2 in wow. I don't know. But first is just very subjectively something what you really, really like from previous ideas, put here on the board, and then step by step to the next things. And if you have any kind of problem, just ask me to join your groups and I will go and help you, okay?
Perfect. So you want rooms for 9 minutes, right?
Okay, let's open the rooms for 9 minutes. Exactly, yeah.
Rooms are open.
Okay, I see that we are back from idea evaluation. At the moment, everything in this process of evaluation. So that is very good that you have started the evaluation process, of course, in 9 minutes to get to the one idea. Maybe it's a mission impossible, but as I understand, you are young, extraordinary, and surprisingly smart persons here, so you can even succeed with that. And I hope that after this session, you have some kind of at least or direction where you should go with your team and what kind of solution you should develop further. And maybe just a quick stop to each of the teams, and maybe each of the team could say that at least the direction what they have discussed they should go. But if you need extra time, of course, between the sessions, you can go to the Miro page again with the team together, go through all these elements, evaluate it again, and get to this one solution. But okay, quick stop. The first team, what you have decided, what is the direction where you will go with your solution? Team C team.
We're still thinking about it. I don't think, yeah, we want to do something around certain wastewater treatment techniques, but in a way that's more encompassing of the system and not just like treating the wastewater. Like we wanted to have a socio-political and hopefully economic dimension to it.
But it seems that you have some kind of direction. It's not like that you are nowhere. You have direction.
No, yeah.
Stop plan. Yeah. That's very good. It seems better than you are explaining that.
We've got something.
Okay, amazing. Let's go to the next team. So what kind of direction you have chosen, or what you see here, where you should go? The team energy.
So it seems that in the voting system, we're having 2 votes in most of the ideas. So we don't have one idea, we end up having many of them. But we could cluster it, saying that it's pretty much more efficient solar panels and like new technology of solar panels and how to apply it. And yeah, we pretty much chose the ideas of more efficient solar panels and using materials. There's 2 ideas. You wanted to use new recycled materials and also using windmills combined with solar panels.
Oh, it seems again some kind of clear direction here with prototyping fast, some kind of, you can get even to more specific ideas in the end. Okay, thank you very much. And the team nature. Oh, you are even out of the box, some kind of ideas. So nature team. Come back from nature.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we were looking at either an application or decentralized application which would enable individuals from all over Europe to post information relevant to river ecosystems, or if there was waste or rubbish that needed to be collected or needed to be escalated, they'd have a platform to be able to escalate all those issues via and communicate with each other.
Amazing. I suppose all the three teams have some kind of very intriguing directions where they could go. And I hope that after some time we can see real implemented projects. And my suggestion is just go to the wow and how ideas, to those more innovative ideas. Don't worry that they are a little bit difficult to implement, but if you will create innovations, you understand the funding, some kind of investors, everybody will follow you. Just go with innovations, be wild, be crazy, be innovators, change the life while we are living to the better side, of course. And if you have any kind of questions, you are always welcome to contact me. So I suppose we will later maybe send the presentation if you need, and you will get also my contact information. So also during these sessions, if you need some kind of help about innovations, you can contact me and I will try to help you. So thank you very much that for these 2 hours that we spent together. And as you can see how many post-it notes you have generated here, and that is very, very good result that you have created here. So thank you very much. It was a pleasure to work with you also. Thank you very much. So that was all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alina. It was great to have you. And thanks for all the energy you brought to this topic. I know we really appreciated it. So I look forward to seeing where people go next. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alina. And I wanted to make group photo. Yes, so everyone could do you, I think everyone is ready to make group photo, and I see that everyone already yes, that the cameras are on. Great. And I thought that we could use the same activity what was introduced during the break, short break, that having this finger yoga. Yes. So let's start with the first finger yoga, opening up our hands. Very good, and yay, and I make the photo. Okay, so it's number 1, and then no, let's do one more. Could you hold a bit more? Could you hold a bit more? Yes, and smile in your face. Very good. And then the next one is with the other, like Grampy.
Angry hands.
Okay, Grampy hands. It sounds very good.
Grampy hands. So oh, we lost Ali. Ali, Grampy hand. Great. Thank you very much. Grampy hand.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this group photo, and thank you very much, Ellen, as well. As she mentioned, she's available and can answer your questions if you send to her personal email or through me. You can also send me if you would like to talk to her. Yeah, she can come in also on Thursday potentially. If you feel that you would like to see her and meet her, then let me know. Then I can communicate. Thank you very much, and Elena.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you very much again. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Bye. So, just a quick question. So, because tomorrow we'll have prototyping, and it's really important that you know which idea you move forward with when you go to prototyping. So does each group has the idea that they want to bring into the prototyping workshop? Or is there a group that still struggles with deciding between ideas?
Laszlo, I just want to have a question. For example, for the group, the energy transition, our main idea is like circular self-sustainability, energy communities. But this idea has like many little ideas in order to do all the projects. So, for example, for us, it's not just one idea, it's, working in 3 or 4 ideas that can make this project. So that's our thing.
okay, so if you want to make it workable, then again, you have to like bring it down to smaller chunks. Something that, there are parts of it that can be done even without, which is just a small step for the larger aim or the larger goal. But you need to come up with something. So the thing that you need to remember, that it doesn't have to be perfect. So it's not really so you don't have to find a perfect problem. You just find one, bring it into the prototyping, because it's more important to learn the process. Because as you can see, we are rushing you through to something that really takes a lot of time in real life. And you are doing it in 2 weeks, which is insane. But it actually has an advantage. So because anyway, so is there a group that still struggles and needs, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to decide? Because you really need to decide now if you don't have the problem for tomorrow's workshop.
I'm seeing some nods. Maybe it would be helpful for people to have 10 minutes in their teams.
Yeah, you would for our team.
Yeah, okay. So let's do that. So let's go to your team for 10 minutes, 9 minutes, and decide on what problem you would like to bring into the prototyping workshop. And once we are back, you should have something. So you should have an idea that, okay, this is what I'm going with. And again, it's not important that, so it's not the question whether it's perfect or not. It's just something that you work with. You choose something, and so if you're ready, just to move to your respective breakout rooms.
Last little quick question.
Yeah.
So just to be explicit, what we're doing is we're saying we're not going to do learning log today, so that you can have time as teams to discuss this.
Yes.
So just making that really transparent. So you can do it afterwards if you want. There are some great questions. And I wonder if it's...
Sorry, just finish and then I'll...
Is it also worth asking people right now, can you think about the stakeholders for Wednesday? I don't know how you're going to run it. Just wanted to suggest that.
Okay, so what will happen is just go into your groups and decide on the problem for tomorrow's workshop. Then you come back, then you still have like 5 minutes to just go to this stakeholder engagement board and just think about add questions, or you want to add help or something like that. And after that, there will be the checkout questions. And tomorrow we'll use the questions for the learning log reflection that we would have used today as well. So they will still apply for tomorrow. So don't worry, you will have time to do that tomorrow. Okay, so could you open the rooms, please? Okay, so you have approximately 10 minutes. 9, okay.